Sounds. The high-quality and expressive PA3XLE sounds are the basis of the styles and the keyboard tracks. These sounds are also used when creating and playing MIDI sequences. In this chapter, we'll look at the sounds in depth. When the instrument is first turned on, the factory default style is Unplugged Ballad 1, and the keyboard tracks are already set up with a stereo piano sound across the whole range of the keyboard. To select a different sound, touch the upper 1 area in the upper right corner of the screen containing the name of the current sound, Grand Piano RX. Touch any sound on the screen to select the sound you want, for example, Rock Piano. Pressing Exit returns you to the main screen. Pressing the Sound Select button also takes you to the sound selection screen. 8 sounds are displayed at a time, and you can access more sounds by touching the tabs along the bottom. The sounds are grouped in categories which can be selected using the tabs on the left and right. Additional sounds can be accessed with the tabs along the top. Make sure you're on the Factory tab. Select Sax category and touch Jazz Tenor RX. As with most sounds in the LE, vibrato is added by either pushing the joystick forward or using aftertouch, pressing on the key after the note is played. Now select Jazz Sax 2 DNC. DNC, Defined Nuance Control, is the ability to control several nuances of the instruments. In this example, pushing the joystick forward, then playing a note, does a glissando up to the note. If you press switch 1, then play a note, you get a semitone glide up to the note. Press switch 2, and the next note does a glissando down to the note. Even how you play the keyboard, for example, legato. Sounds with this type of control always have DNC in the name. Go to the organ category. There are several sampled organ sounds in a variety of different drawbar settings. But the LE also features a special drawbar sound that emulates the classic tone wheel organs of the past and allows you to set your own drawbar settings. Select Drawbars and drag the virtual drawbars on the display to adjust their position. You can save your edited digital drawbar sound into one of the performance locations. We'll look at saving to a performance in a moment. There's a rotary speaker effect on this organ, as well as many of the other organ sounds. Pushing the joystick forward changes the speed. No need to hold it. In fact, the LE has a huge library of effects like chorus, distortion, etc. that can be used to enhance the keyboard and accompaniment tracks. Effects will be explained in detail in the Styles chapter. Press Exit. You can have up to 3 sounds in the upper range and 1 sound in the lower. Let's combine some sounds. For the upper 1 sound, from the piano category, select Grand Piano RX. Press Exit. Notice that the screen shows that upper 2 and 3 are muted. Touch here to unmute upper 2. And now upper 3. Press the split button, and now the 3 upper sounds are above the split point, and you now have access to the lower sound. The split point is set in global mode, but you can quickly override this. Hold down the split button until this appears on the screen. Now play the note where you want the new split to be. This new split point will be kept until you choose a new style, songbook entry, or a new performance. Let's make some more changes. You can quickly bring all the upper sounds down 1 octave by pressing the upper octave minus button. You can even go to the Subscale tab and change to a different scale, such as Arabic. Set it back to equal. Let's adjust the level of upper 3. Touch the Volume tab to display and adjust the volumes. Touch in the upper 3 volume area. Now use the value dial to change the level. Another way is to directly touch and drag the slider on the screen. Now open the Page menu. We can save the keyboard track setup we've created to one of the performance locations. For now, touch anywhere outside of the Page menu to make it disappear, and let's take a closer look at performances. It's important to understand the difference between a sound and a performance. Go to Sound Edit mode. Touch the sound name, and you'll see all the different sounds grouped together in instrument families. These are the sounds used by the different tracks of the style accompaniment. For example, the bass track might use this bass sound. Another track might use this electric piano sound. These sounds are also used individually or combined together for your keyboard tracks like we did earlier. We used a sound from the piano category for upper 1, a sound from the strings category for upper 2, etc. Go back to Style Play mode. Sometimes your keyboard tracks might be a layer of 3 sounds on the top plus a sound in the lower, or it could simply be one sound in the upper. Whatever your keyboard tracks are, including the levels, panning, effects, etc., they can be saved and recalled as a performance. Think of the performances as a library of your favorite keyboard track setups. On the right there are 8 performance buttons. These open up a selection of performances that you can choose from the display. For example, press Brass and select Shake Brass Y+. As you can see, there are several provided by Korg. These tabs take you to more groups of 8 performances. You can also repeatedly press the performance category buttons to advance through the tabs. Press Exit. Press the My Setting button. This button accesses your most favorite performance and is the first one selected when you turn on the PA3XLE. It's currently a stereo piano across the whole keyboard, but you can set it to be whatever you like to use the most. That might be a layer of electric piano and strings, a split of organ and guitar, etc. It's a fast and easy way to jump to your favorite setting while performing. Let's make a quick edit to my setting. Let's choose a different sound. Unmute upper 2 so we have a layer with the synth pad. And make it a split. Now hold down the My Setting button until the right screen appears. Touching OK on the screen would continue the write process and write over the current setting. For now, touch Cancel to keep the original My Setting unchanged. Instead of saving to My Setting, you can save to one of the performance locations by holding down any performance button. Then use the screen to name it and to select where you want to save it. Press Exit. Specific editing of the sounds is done in Sound Edit mode. By pressing Menu, you can go deep into the sound and change specific parameters. Press Exit. From the top page, you can make basic changes to the sound using the real-time controls on the screen. Any edits you make can be saved to the user area. Press Exit.